Your thoughts, your ideas, your brand directly into the ears and mind of your customers. Have you ever wanted the platform to speak in depth about your brand directly to thousands of potential and existing customers simultaneously? Have you ever wished for the time to properly explain the ideas behind your brand and its intentions and goals for the future to an active, receptive audience? Imagine an endless, evergreen, progressive marketing campaign which builds your authority and reputation and further endears your customers to your brand the more that they engage. If you aren't harnessing the power of podcasting for your brand, you are missing out. Here are 10 reasons to start a branded podcast in 2022. Number 1, there's a receptive audience. In 2020, 55% of Americans and around half of New Zealanders listen to a podcast on a weekly basis. Since then, podcasts have only grown in popularity, with audiences around the world hungry for niche-specific content. Number 2, podcasts build authority. Long-form media gives you time to explain your ideas fully, and if you provide good information within your field of expertise, listeners will come to trust your opinion and see you as an authority within your niche. Number 3, podcasts foster community. If listeners love your show, they'll want to discuss it with other listeners. Create a subreddit or a Facebook group or a LinkedIn group for your show and encourage your audience to join in the conversation. Number 4, articulate your brand identity. Sick of elevator pitches? Podcasts give you the space and time to convey your ethos in a natural way, which gives your listeners insight into how you work and what you stand for. Number 5, create a personal connection. You are talking directly into your current and prospective clients' ears. They're literally listening to every single word you say. It's intimate, it's personal, and it's relatable. It's real people sharing real stories. Number 6, your content is evergreen. Your podcast episodes retain relevancy on multiple platforms as long as you maintain your hosting subscription. And new listeners, when they find a show that they like, they'll often start back at episode number 1. Every new episode you release just adds to your library and grows your reach. Number 7, improve your SEO. Repurpose your podcast episodes as show notes and blogs for your website and content for your social media channels. Add a few keywords in there and watch visits from search engines roll in. Number 8, podcasts spread organically. People love to tell their friends, family, and colleagues about the podcasts they're listening to. And you know what? Most people find new podcasts via word of mouth. Make compelling content and sit back and watch it spread. Number 9, receive quality feedback. Asking for feedback in your episodes results in comments on social media, reviews on podcasting platforms, and emails directly from your listeners. And you already know that they've listened to your episodes. Number 10, it's easy to get started. Podcasting has never been more accessible and the barrier for entry has never been lower. Quality equipment is now affordable, information is readily available, and the time commitment is low if you outsource your post-production. A good podcast is an incredibly persuasive platform and can change the whole scope of your brand. However, just like any marketing technique, it's the consideration of your target audience that defines how successful it will be. Your listeners are the most important consideration when creating a podcast, and the difference between a good podcast and a bad podcast from a listener's perspective is audio quality. A high-quality professional audio production won't even be noticed by your listeners because they'll be so focused on your content, whereas a low-quality audio production likely won't even be listened to because it's not a good listening experience. The great news is that entry into the podcasting world can be super simple. With a professional podcast production company to help get you set up and sounding great, you'll be podcasting in no time. Your thoughts, your ideas, your brand directly into the ears and mind of your customers. It couldn't be a better time to start podcasting to support your brand. You'll be shocked at how little podcasting actually costs in comparison to other marketing mediums, and you'll always have new, captivating content for your website and social media pages. To start creating a high-quality, effective podcast today, get in touch at precisionpodcasting.com. We'll talk about how to transform your ideas and your stories into attractive content for your customers.